to my channel. I'm Emma. I will be doing the genre book tag. I have my notes down here, so I apologise if I'm looking. I'd have it further away, but I'm blind. So I will be doing the genre book tag. I was tagged by the lovely Juile Autumnbook. I'll link her down below. It was originally done by Harriet over on her channel, and I will also link her down below. There are 7 questions, and it's just basically about genres. So let's get started. The first one is your favourite genres. So I have a pile of books here that I will be going through. So my favourite genres are that I read probably the most are YA fantasies, so obviously I have the lovely Vampire Academy here, but YA fantasies, I do read quite a lot of romance, so this is Juile Autumnbook, favourite authors of all time. YA fantasy, romance and sci-fi or dystopian. This is Ray Bradbury. If you've ever read anything by Ray Bradbury, it's fabulous. Let me know down below if you ever have, because I don't really know that many people that have. This is The Illustrated Man. It was the first book that I ever read by Bradbury, and I absolutely fell in love. I have now got quite a few of his books that I need to get down, but yes. It's kind of like short stories, in a way, and all different stories merged into one, but it all makes sense and it all goes in to it, and it all ties up, so it is really good. So they are my most favourite genres of books, or ones that I read the most. Your least favourite genre, that would have to be crime, police, detective ones. The only one that I've managed to get into, and the only one that I've been able to read and enjoyed, I've still not finished it, but I'm nearly towards the end of it, The Yard by Alex Creation, I believe, and I've nearly finished that. But other than that, like, I've had to take these books from my dad because I don't basically own any crime that deal with detectives or police. These are my dad's, so this is The Burial Hour by Jeffrey Deaver. I know he's a massive, massive author, and a lot of people have read him. And The Thirst by Joe Nesbo again. My dad absolutely loves these authors. But yeah, I've not really read them, and I don't plan on reading them, to be honest. I might try and get into them, but the only ones that I'd probably try and get into would be like historical crime, but other than that, that's it. I'm hoping this is the same setting that I had before, because someone came upstairs and I thought they were honestly going to come into the bedroom, but they didn't, so hey ho. I think we're on number 3, so that is a genre you want to try. I've kind of changed it a little bit, so I've kind of changed to a genre that I'd like to read more of. I've had these books on my shelf for quite a while. I've got Disappearance at Devil's Rock by Paul Tremblay, and I've also got House of the Lost by Sarah Ryan. I'd like to get more into horror. I have read some Stephen King and stuff, but I'd like to get more into really, really creepy horror. That said, I did watch Gav's recent video over at How to Train Your Gavin. Said it right this time. He recently did a spooky vlog kind of thing, and that was like, he read off season. That doesn't appeal to me at all. That sounds absolutely terrifying, but I have got that for the other half, and he's excited to read it, so I'll let you know what he thinks. But yes, I'd like to get more into horror books, so if you have any really creepy horror books or anything like that, link them below and I'll check them out. I'd also like to get more into historical fiction. I do read some historical fiction, but it's more like based in from the like 20s up to the 50s. Anything along those lines, send them my way, because I would really love to get into them. A fiction you don't want to try. I found some of these questions quite hard, to be honest. It's not that I don't, I suppose it is. Sometimes I like read some steamy books, but I'll only read them if they've actually got a plot line to them, or if they're different. So anything like 50 Shades of Grey or anything like that, it'll just go straight on past, because I tried to read it. I think I didn't even get to the end of chapter 1, because it just, all of the books in a way are all the same. So it's all about this rich man, and he takes this naive, vulnerable woman, and I can't be dealing with books like that. It needs to have a really good plot baseline for me to actually be gripped and read it. The Night series, one like that, I absolutely adore the Night series. I find it really, really good. The plotline's brilliant, the characters are amazing. Lucian Knight is absolutely fantastic and fabulous and lovely. I personally think that it's not realistic, or it's a bit, nah, I just can't get on with it, and that's it. So I'll probably never read anything like that. Probably never read anything like the 50 Shades of Grey, but I'll probably read stuff like the Night series. A genre you're not too sure about. It's not that I'm not sure about them. What I've dug out for this is Sue Perkins' Spectacles, a memoir, and I have got my beloved Slash biography. Just see him on the back. I absolutely love Slash, if you don't know, and Guns N' Roses and just everything. And Rolling Stones. Well, I did get quite a bit into the Sue Perkins book. I got to there, wherever the bookmark is, and I was really enjoying it. It's just that I just can't get on with biographies. I think it's just reading them in paper format. I think that's all it is. I think if, like, I recently read, oh god, what's his name? He's part of Monty Python. Now I'm thinking of Monty Python. One day, like, all this will be on swap curtains. I recently read Eric Idle's book on Kobo as an audiobook, and that was narrated by Eric Idle, and I absolutely loved that and I really did enjoy it. And now I'm on to John Cleese's book, and I'm really enjoying that. And I think it's just one of those things where I could probably listen to them in audiobooks, but I just can't read them in paperback, or it'll take me a while. So yeah, I probably would get into them, but it would have to be audiobooks. And just not paperback, but I'll still love my Slash book regardless, and I'll probably eventually get through the Sue Perkins book. A genre blend you love, which is number 6. I found this really hard to think about. Like, I really did ponder about it, and because a lot of the books are just together in general anyway, so I'd probably say, I know it's probably already been done, it is a genre, but it's not a genre, but it's weird. I'm staring at Vampire Academy. I would probably say YA fantasy / romance, so like if there's a couple in it and they get together eventually, I really do like that if there's a romance involved in it. Other than that, I really struggle to think of something else. I suppose sci-fi romance is good. End of the world, dystopian, finding romance somewhere in that. I suppose that'd be a good one to try. I'd have to try and find more books about it. I have the feeling that there are some out there, but I've just probably not seen them. Last but not least, number 7 is the genre-defying book. The only ones that I could think of, now if you've been watching my channel, you know what I'm going to pick up and you know what I love. Everything Under by Daisy Johnson, surprise surprise, and Fen by Daisy Johnson. Daisy Johnson's books are just in a world of their own, like within the genre. There's just no literally pinpointed genre of what it could be. They're a bit of everything. It's so strange. It's so weird to describe. It's just so strange. There's like fantasy and horror, and it's twisted and wonderful. There's romance, but it's not romance. It's spooky and it's weird, and it's thriller. It's basically every single genre that you could think of, probably apart from fantasy, is in there. Like even sci-fi to an extent, and it's very, I suppose when you think about it, it's very dystopian. I don't think there's a genre to explain Daisy Johnson. I tried to write it down on paper on what it is, but there's just not one. There isn't one there. If you read any of Daisy Johnson, or you've read these books and you believe that there is a genre that would fit her perfectly, please let me know, because I really struggle to find which one would go with her books and her writing style, because it's just completely strange and out of this world, and I've never had or read anything with her writing style before, so just please let me know. So that is it for the genre book tag. It's only a quick one. As you notice, I've not got my books behind me today. That is because my official microphone came, so I wanted to use that and test it and see if it makes a difference. I know it's a little bit boring behind. I'm gonna put some things up, I think. I'm doing like some little book themed cross-stitch things that are gonna go up here, hopefully. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye!